I've been doing this for a long time. As a matter of fact, when I was bussing tables about 23 years ago at Landini Brothers, Eric's father, Admiral Flannery, was a very good client, and I enjoyed spending time with him when he'd come see us. Definitely, in that time, this is the hardest thing that we've ever been through. And I'd say that well over a year ago, we had enough, but we're powerless, being, I'd say in this case, the victims of arbitrary selection, easy targets, low-hanging fruit. The District of Columbia controls us by liquor licenses. One of the things that they can pretty much revoke and ask questions later. Which is interesting because this is a health issue being policed by the alcohol police, essentially. When one of the last mandates was obviously the vax card, knowing, well, first we had gone back and forth with masks. Omicron was the reason why they initiated the last mandate for masks, that we would all have to go back to masks, and then knowing that around the corner with a set date to check vax cards and identification. The vax card mandate was a multi-phase mandate. We would start first with the vax card, and then we would have to go and at a certain point check for specific boosters. And that was to be done by our staff with little to no training. We're literally telling people, in some cases, Junction Capitol Hill, a new business where we are trying to cultivate business, trying to cultivate clients, customers, welcome them in a city that has a lot of choices. We have a lot of competition. And we're telling people that because of this mandate, they want to come, and maybe first-time customers especially, if they don't have a mask, if they don't have the vax card, maybe they forgot it at home, maybe they don't have it at all, maybe they just have health reasons that they don't want. They made a choice not to have the vaccine. And as they walk through the door, if they don't comply with any of these mandates, then we're to tell them to leave. That's tough. That's tough in a situation where you work very hard to design and build, work with your landlords, work with your staff, work with the city, which is hard enough as it is to get your permitting and get your constructions details and things approved. And after all that, and then going through COVID, the pandemic in the beginning, of course, everybody's playing ball. Right? We didn't really know what it was. We're learning how to deal with it, how to manage our businesses, during the pandemic, and following the science, reading about, what it is, how it affects people, how to best run your business in a safe manner, and also being on the consumer side of that, it's hard to ignore the fact that you can go into grocery stores or home improvement retailers, and just a slew of other businesses that thrived during COVID, and wonder why is it that I'm not allowed to run my business the same way these other companies are allowed to run their business. And so, we complied, right? We complied with the mandates, and we followed the rules. We put the instructions imposed by the city on our door. This is what's going to happen. You have to have a mask. You have to have a vaccination card. You have to present ID. If you don't have these things, we're not going to be able to serve you, and we're going to turn you away. And that really that stings. And so I decided that I'd like to put I'd like to inform our clients our clients that, we've already managed to cultivate in a short amount of time that we've been open, but also the people that are trying us for the first time and say, look, we don't discriminate against gender, race, religion, or whether or not you're vaccinated or unvaccinated. Because really the narrative, I think that I felt the narrative, whether it's through the media or whether it's the government telling you, almost telling you, but in an indirect way, this is the way you should feel if people aren't vaccinated. I just wanted to, and below that, that we don't discriminate, the essence of it was to say that we appreciate your business. It didn't say, hey, we're going to break the rules if you're not vaccinated. It's simply saying we appreciate you. We don't discriminate against you for what your stance are, or if you forgot your vaccinated card. I mean, there's instances where people walk in, there's 4 people, maybe they're all vaccinated, or they are all vaccinated as a matter of fact, in some cases that were reported, and one person forgot their card. So now my, 20-year-old barista who is, perhaps just finished training and is maybe excited about their job is now put in a situation where they have to be confrontational with a group of people that had good intentions and say, look, the 3 of you are fine, but your friend here, your cousin, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, whoever they are, can't come in. And that's a really tough situation. And I think that a lot of consumers, a lot of people in general don't understand those scenarios. On paper, it looks simple, but it's not simple. You're literally inserting yourself in a confrontational situation on a daily basis. And a lot of these circumstances are, they're not the people that are trying to give you business and you are in fact turning them away. They weren't intending to forget their card. They probably have a good reason, if they aren't vaccinated, to not be vaccinated. And we're forced to be confrontational, refuse business, and quite frankly, it's very upsetting to work that hard. And at the end of the day, you're literally seeing the backs of customers walk out of your business. And maybe they're not understanding, or maybe they are understanding, or maybe, that was your one shot and you'll never see them again.
Thanks for watching the Heritage Foundation's YouTube channel. With more than 500,000 members, we are the nation's largest conservative research and education institution. We believe the principles and ideas of the American founding are worth conserving and renewing. Please help us further our mission by subscribing to this channel and sharing our videos with your family and friends.